and gentlemen, welcome back to another cast with Trendfollowing Tyson. This has been an exceptional month of June, and as you guys know, we started off the month of June with staying green in June. Let's get green in June and stay green. So we had a wonderful May, and then we wanted to take that continuation and that momentum from riding those winners and those waves on over from May into June. And actually, personally, I have done a great job of that. So June has started off exceptionally green. June has started off green. Things are looking wonderful, and let's just keep riding these waves. Keep staying afloat with what we need to do, and things are looking quite well. So before we jump into the trend picture for this for this week, let's just jump into some stuff from Livermore that's been totally relating to some things we've been dealing with here in the market. So here we go. They say you never grow poor taking profits. No, you don't. But neither do you grow rich taking a 4-point profit in a bull market. Where I should have had made $20,000, I made $2,000. That was conservative. That's what conservatism did for me. Okay. They say you never grow poor taking profits, but you won't grow rich taking a 4-point profit in a bull market. Where he should have made $20,000, he made $2,000. I'm gonna totally expound on that when we start getting into this trend picture. I have one more thing I want to give to you guys. Okay. Disregarding the big swing and trying to jump in and out was fatal to me. Nobody can catch all the fluctuations. In a bull market, your game is to buy and hold until you believe the bull market is near its end. To do this, you must study general conditions and not tips or special factors affecting individual stocks. All we're doing is just studying the general. We're doing exactly what Jesse Livermore is saying. We're not disregarding the big swings. We're not jumping in and out of the big swings. We're not trying to catch all the fluctuations in these big major moves. And he's telling you in a bull's market, your game is to buy and hold until you believe the bull market is near its end. The reason why most of these trends we keep bringing back is because the bull market is not near its end, obviously. How do we know that? Because we're studying the general conditions. Not tips, not special factors, not news. We're just studying the general conditions and the behavior of the price action inside the stock. All right? That's wonderful stuff right there. That's wonderful. We're going to come back to this shortly. Let's jump into the trend. BLFS. You guys know this already. I showed you guys what happened with this stock earlier this year. Okay, I traded this stock already. Not this year, that was last year. But anyways, traded it up through this area. It consolidated. I started taking profits. I knocked off a major portion of my profits after I made this major move from $3 to like $5, $6. Okay, and then I bought this breakout. So I'm riding this wave, and I told you guys we will be breaking out of 10. That was last week or the week before sometime, and we've totally rallied through 10, and we've continued to rally, and now we're at near $13. I have a lovely position in this stock, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. All right, totally riding that wave. All right, ELOX. If anybody needs levels on this TNDM, let me give them to you. On this BLFS, let me give them to you real quick. I like for it to hold. It's looking like it's holding this 1275, but I like it to at least hold 1240. You can buy that 1290, or you can set you a buy stop at 13. Either way, you can get into this thing right now, or you can set you a buy stop at 13. Either way, you're not missing much. setting a buy stop at 13 to just catch the continuation will probably be the safest bet, with the stop here at 275. Okay, let's get back into ELOX. This stock looks wonderful, guys. Let me back out, pan out a bit, give you a good look at it, see how it looks. All right. We cannot afford to disregard these big swings. Okay, see this big swing? Look at this. From 6 to 23. It's ridiculous. And you had time to see. If anyone heard me on Stock Talk last night, I was talking about the plane leaving the telepad, or the airlifting place where the airplane lifts off the launching pad place, and this is how it looks. It starts lifting off here, and that's when you know that's your clue to get on. But if you go back to the yearly and look at, this is why I like this stock. Look, let me show you something. So here we are in the yearly, $6 here. We're breaking out of this major price. That was your major clue to buy this thing, this breakout. Okay, but look at this strength. All right, from 8 to 23. And then, but look what it shows you on the chart. This is why I say when I show upside on the chart, this is exactly what I mean. You look at this chart and you see it breaking ground, and you probably could have saw some of these prices up in here from past prices. So this is what I mean. When you see upside on the chart, you have to look at it and take it. Okay? Look at this thing, and it's still lifting off. Who knows if it gets into these old prices here? All right? Beautiful thing there on ELOX. Whoa, that's wonderful. So I like this thing to hold $23 or to hold $23.50, to be perfectly honest with you. So just give that thing some room, see how that thing trades, and see if it can hold $23.50. All right? ELOX. Wow, that's a wonderful stock. ENPH, this is from the rounding bottom winners. It still continued last week. All right, this thing has continued last week. All right, made an entry on the trend line earlier this year. Bang, came back here. I said, all right, I missed this bang here. I'm not going to miss the next one. Caught it here, traded up through this area. It got a little stagnant. And but we already showed you this rounding bottom on the 5-year time frame, and this thing we saw it here, right? And then we're still moving up, okay? So a lot of upside here on this chart, not knowing what it can cover, but it's still trading well, okay? So I like the continuation on ENPH. I like to see what it can do this week. See if it can hold this price here, 560, and continue upwards. Continue with that upside, all right? GALT, same thing. Another rounding bottom. This thing is a little bit more fearful. This thing has a little bit more force behind it. I showed you guys this thing last week here, and prices were closing in this area, and we closed here, and I said either we deny this price or we shoot through it with the giant candle, and we did not deny it. As you can see, there's actually a giant candle that popped here. And then if you look at it on the 5-day, just amazing, just continuation there, strong thing, a lot of upside on it. This thing could continue moving, but we've already been catching some major moves from $5 already to $9. So major stuff on GALT there. GLUU set a new 52 not too long ago. All right, about a week or two ago, and then here it is. Kind of, you see the upside. Doesn't look like it's that much stuff left for it to do here. You never know where it can go through. It could shoot through here and clear up, but I think this. I don't like where we stand here now. All right, I like it on the yearly with the strength, but you know, we could bust through here, all right, and continue up possibly, but you know, this chart's starting to tighten up, all right. GLUU is not a favorite of mine. HEAR. I'm just showing you where the strength and the continuation is, though. Definitely some strength. So of course you guys know winner. Let's take these back to Jesse Livermore's quote. First off, All right, so you guys remember this. This is why the trend line is here. This trend line, you guys, I wouldn't have put this trend line. It's not like we waited for this thing to get up here and then we went back and drew a trend. Things don't work like that, you guys. We don't wait for prices to get up here, all right, and then go back and say, okay, let me draw a trend line. No, we drew the trend line here back when prices were here. This is my favorite type of a pattern, my favorite type of an entry. It's just a basic entry on higher highs and higher lows. All right? So we looked at this thing way before it gapped up here, way before this. We were looking at this thing at $6 and $7. It's at 22 now. So 6 goes in, 22 divided by 6. 6 divided by 22. So, we have made 16 points on this freaking stock here. That is a lot when you're dealing with stocks. That is a lot. Now, if we were trading like Jesse Livermore said, if we were not trying to take a 4-point profit in a bull market, is this a bull market? Okay, that's a bull's market. If we weren't trying to take a 4-point profit in this and we were trading correctly with enough weight where the weight needs to be distributed at, okay, that's beyond. That's easily a $20,000 winner. So don't be taking, when you make a trade like this with me, or period, okay, but when you're trend following with Tyson, we're making these kind of trades. We have a number of these. When you're making these kind of trades, don't take a $2,000 profit, guys. Take it from this man here. Okay? Don't take a $2,000 profit when you should be taking a $20,000 profit. Okay? Take your $20,000 profit and ride this wave. All right? I'll give you a level on HEAR, 21. That's well over a $20,000 hit home run. All right? All right? I like for it to hold $21.50 business as usual. Hold $22 or $21.50. All right, business as usual with HEAR. Continuation on that. This thing hit $24. Okay, 24 came back. This thing does that. It comes up, pulls back, comes up, pulls back. That's how this stock behaves. It's a bunking bronco, and I have a long there. LIVX. Oh my, this thing is wonderful. Show you a little something on LIVX. Okay. You see the strength on the yearly, correct? You see what we did to this price, right? For any good traders, like, I'm not saying I'm the best trader, but for any traders that like to take the type of signals I do, when I noticed this stock breaking out above this level with these candles, that was already a buy signal to me. Breaking out of long-term consolidation with this. And this, starting to, here we go with the launch pad thing. Remember I told you guys about, see, I'm no liar. We just saw it on the last stock. Now we're looking at this whole launch pad thing again. Another stock lifting off the launch pad. Now, if you missed that last one on ELOX from 6 to 24, I'm not saying this stock's going to $24. I'm saying there's an opportunity here, okay? Worth a long. Okay, we got, now look, we broke out a long-term consolidation. We got over this. Okay, we got over this. Okay, we're up here now. Look at the upside on this chart, you guys. Look at the upside on this chart, though. Okay, I like LIVX. I like it long where it's at now to hold $8. Okay? I'll buffer out into the 5-day. This thing went from 5 to 8.35. And I even showed it to you guys Thursday going into Friday. Wednesday and Thursday going into Friday. And look, this is where we were at. And we already added some more points. So LIVX is obviously worth a look at. So is this thing. Look at the upside potential. See what it looks like on the 5. All right, so there's some upside here, possibly. All right. Prices are holding up here. But I'm just noticing the strength in the curls here, so I like it to break out above this. So you can set a buy stop at 10.50 and then set you a stop at 10.25 in case prices start reversing back into this area here. I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at this because this is stocks like to trade inside of areas, okay? They need to knock over resistance levels. So you look at this, what's next to it on the left side of the chart? It starts rolling up. So these are your other resistance levels here. So you need to knock this over, and we're approaching it. And how will we knock it over? Is we knock it over at 10.50. Okay? And you can close it up and take a look. We're at 10. You can buy it now at 10. To correct myself. You can buy it at 10 and set your stops here at 9.90 and 9.80. It should hold 9.75. And if it doesn't, there's an issue. Clear uptrend. Look at that. Very clear uptrend on a 5-day. That strength very well may continue. That's all I do, guys. I don't complicate my strategy. I need higher highs and lower lows, and we're just riding waves. It's that simple. TNDM. Home run hitter. I don't trade any news, guys. I don't trade any noise. I don't listen to any tips or none of that stuff. You heard it straight from Livermore. All right. Here we go with another trend line. So, well, yeah, well, I'm sure you didn't put that. I'm sure you weren't buying the stock down here. Yeah, I was. Yeah. To be honest with you, yes, I was. And is this the same pattern as HEAR? Is this the same liftoff I was telling you guys about? Let's back up real quick, though. Let's back up. We haven't even got inside of the main of the upside the chart's really showing you. But then again, here's this little slant here. So be careful with TNDM. This uptrend has definitely changed direction, though. This thing has, how do I say this? If this stock gets going, which it already, to get going, that's kind of late to say for it to get going, because it's damn well did way beyond got going. But I'm saying if this stock can start knocking over, what is this, 20? Whoa, if it can knock over this and knock over and get inside this area here, it will prove this is not just part of this downtrend. But prices have now look, let's pan in real quick. Prices have consolidated and reversed. Rounding bottom 101. Okay? This isn't even a full rounding bottom yet, guys. If this thing even attempts to turn into a rounding bottom, oh my lord. And I took this thing at $6.50, $7. Whoa. I had no idea that we were going to even get to 20. I thought we'd maybe get here. I thought we'd knock this over and knock that. I said, fine, we knock this over. I'll take it for whatever it has left. I'm sitting through all this. Let me take you back. Don't turn a $20,000 profit into a freaking $2,000 profit, okay? Don't take it from Tyson. Take it from Jesse. Jesus. This is wonderfulness. All right, I just want the markets to open back. Rather that thing craps on itself or not, I'll take my profits and I'll just find another home run. But if this continues, and I'm willing to wait and see, this is a clear downtrend. But when you pan in, that downtrend consolidated. And prices have reversed to the upside. We have taken a lot Man, let's go. Let's move on. That's beautifulness. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that. Just like I can't wait to see what's going to happen with LIVX, HEAR, and some of those other winners. ELOX, BLFS. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. TYME, I'm going to start moving swiftly. TYME, rounding. Don't tell me crap about rounding bottoms, all right? You guys just don't even go there. Here's prices rounding again on this 5-year time frame. When you noticed it rounding here, that was money. And you still riding it up here, all right? But this chart has some upside on it, all right? I like what it's doing. Let's look at some support levels. All right? Look for this stock to try to hold these levels here. 375, 370. All right? Look for continuation on this. As you see, it's just riding the wave, pullbacks, up trends, pullbacks, and look for it to start knocking down this here. All right? TYME. DY, I got a call on this. I got calls on DY right now. Very profitable. I think I bought this thing at 0.5, and my calls are at like 0.48 now. You guys seen the last show with those last calls I bought. I got some really good calls on this one, and I'm up pretty good. Sometimes I get 800 and something percent, 1,000%. I'm my good winners. 1,500%. I'm my good winners. All right. On these option calls, on my option calls. So I got an option on DY, but I like the continuation on DY. All right, let me show you what it's doing here really quick. See this? Clear uptrend, uptrend pullback, uptrend knocking down these higher highs. Higher highs pullback, knocking down these higher highs. Higher highs pullback, knocking down these higher highs. Higher highs pullback, possibly knocking down these higher highs. I got calls in this thing, you guys, for continuation. All right. DY, DISCA. Ooh, DISCA's really nice. I think I got 32 calls in here. These are my calls now, guys. We're just showing you some calls real quick, and then we'll finish up. We'll start trading. We'll wait for the markets to show us what they're going to do. I got DISCA calls, too. All right. Changing sentiment. Downtrend. As you guys seen on my show a lot, sometimes stocks just bounce, clear bounce off whatever bottoms they say, all right, this is the bottom. And then they start making higher highs and higher lows. Okay? This thing has made enough higher highs and higher lows. This has changed sentiment now. We've already broken out of this. We've broken out of this. Finna break out of that. All right, so I like DISCA for continuation, and I like the calls it has to match it. I've got Apple calls. I've got Apple calls and Sirius. I got Sirius XM calls too. I've got $8 Sirius. I got $8 calls on Sirius XM. Okay, for July. All right, I got $8 calls on Sirius XM. Look where Sirius XM is at. Look at this on the 5-year. What can you tell me right now about this? You can't tell me crap. My job is just purely, everyone has a job based on your trading strategy. My job is just to ride this like a surfer. So I got $8 calls on Twitter. All right, and I like it. You can trade that stock too. You can buy that thing and ride that move out. All right, you can straight ride that move out. All right, Sirius XM. Apple, wonderful things. It's on an all-time high. Here's all-time high on that thing. All right, I've got calls there. I think I've got $200 calls towards the latter part of the year. I'm not in a rush. All right, look at this thing here. Breakout over 194, but continuation throughout the year. Looking for all this wonderfulness to continue. Hasn't did major in this year, but it's continued. It's continued from 142 to 188. What can you expect? Look for continuation on Apple. That's a no-brainer. My son knows that. He's 9 years old. All right, so when I was looking at MRNS, obviously as you guys can see, I got some stuff going on here. I traded this thing up here this year, caught this little jump up. I don't know, even this pattern don't have a name if you ask me. It's not, I don't trade head and shoulders, and I don't trade any of that stuff. I just trade higher highs and higher lows, and I just ride them out. All right, so I took a ride on this thing, and when it came down, I just waited for it, and then see this arrow? This is where I made my entry earlier this year on this stock. And I said, all right, I'll just ride it out. So obviously, when I saw this bounce and I said we're continuing up, I started making entries here. And obviously, from here, what have we done? We've continued up here clearly. All right. Look for that thing to hold 735. Look for it to hold these levels. Let's go back. Look for it to hold 730, 725. All right. You can set a buy stop at 760 if you wanted to. All right, MRNS, look for continuation. I got calls on that thing. And let's go ahead and finish up here, guys. All right, Facebook. And I'll see you guys back in the middle of the week. Manage that risk in any case. Manage that risk in any case, all right? Facebook, near its all-time highs. It's actually at near all-time highs right here, all right? Obviously, the strength is going to continue, all right? I got calls on that thing for basically betting for this strength to continue out through the year, okay? All right? So you guys manage that risk in any case, and I will see you all back here in the middle of the week.